When we were at Rio 20 years ago, governments were sovereign governments. They made their decisions. In the 20 years that we've seen go past, corporations have grown bigger than governments. Governance has shifted to what I call the corporate state. A state still there, but a state acting more on behalf of companies.
What business has been doing is filling the available space that governments have allowed them to fill in terms of performing more sustainably. And it's nothing like a big enough space, frankly. They will tell you, yeah, no, we'll go on filling the space that governments give us, but at the end of the day, the governments have got to change the rules of the game. We don't make the rules of the game. Indeed, we would all be very, very concerned if business made the rules of the game, because they have no license to do that.
Governments are going to have to make the tough decisions to change the policies and the budgets that are now underwriting unsustainable forms of development. They're going to have to develop a whole new framework of incentives that support and encourage those business leaders that want to move in more sustainable directions.
Governments, through their connection with people, but also their leadership of people, governments will have to do things which people in general, or sections of society, don't initially think is a good thing.
When a politician is concerned with the next election, then what that means is they've got to worry about who's going to vote for me by the next election. And guess what? Kids don't vote. For that matter, future generations don't even exist. Why would any politician, however well-meaning and committed, why would any politician say, if you elect me, I'm going to commit billions of dollars today so that future generations will have cleaner air or cleaner water?
When governments discuss between themselves, there are only government representatives. Maybe broadening that and getting other stakeholders into the discussion, especially the civil society into the discussion. Maybe we can look at a different way of approaching this challenge.
Each government, each political leader has his or her base in his or her own nation. So unless we can manage to move both the public, the media, the businesses, to see that we are interdependent and that we need to make choices together, politicians in single nations have difficulty, even if they are good leaders.
A whole system of international relations is designed to encourage governments to project a national interest. So you go to a conference, you go to a negotiation, and your normal métier is project my national interest. I must protect my national interest, not an issue interest.
At this particular moment in time, what people around the world would like to see is that the leaders, our heads of state, our heads of government, come together in Rio and project a sense of common responsibility, a shared vision, and shared objectives.